Some people stay calm when life doesn't go their way. Others spiral into frustration, snapping over the smallest things. Some can handle criticism with openness. Others feel attacked, becoming defensive or withdrawn. Some adapt easily to change. Others resist it, clinging to control until everything feels overwhelming. Some process emotions clearly. Others are ruled by them, reactive, easily offended, or exhausted by their own feelings. What you're really seeing is the spectrum of emotional intelligence, the ability to understand, regulate, and use emotions wisely. In this video, you'll learn how to tell whether your emotional intelligence level is low, moderate, or high, based on research-backed signs and real-world examples. By the end, you'll understand where you stand and how that awareness can change your life. Psychologists Peter Salovey and John Mayer first defined emotional intelligence, EI, in the 1990s, and Daniel Goleman later popularized it, calling it the missing link between IQ and success. Emotional intelligence isn't about being nice or soft. It's about mastering 4 key skills. 1. Self-awareness, recognizing your emotions as they happen. 2. Self-management, handling them in healthy, constructive ways. 3. Social awareness, sensing and understanding how others feel. 4. Relationship management, using all the above to build deeper, stable connections. These skills create a spectrum from low to high emotional intelligence. Let's go through each level so you can recognize where you truly are. People with low emotional intelligence aren't bad or broken. They often grew up in environments where emotions were ignored, punished, or never modeled. So, they never learned the language of emotions. 1. Low self-awareness. You might struggle to name what you feel. Everything becomes, "I'm fine," or "I'm just tired," even when you're actually angry or hurt. You may act out emotions instead of expressing them, slamming doors, ghosting people, or shutting down. Example: someone criticizes your idea at work. Instead of recognizing the sting of embarrassment, you immediately snap back. You always think you're smarter than everyone. The emotion speaks for you instead of through you. 2. Poor emotional regulation. Your emotions drive your behavior. You may explode easily, hold grudges, or spiral into anxiety for days. You find it hard to pause before reacting, like emotions are in the driver's seat and you're a passenger. 3. Low empathy. You might not notice or care how others feel, especially under stress. When someone cries, you feel awkward. When they're hurt, you tell them to get over it. This isn't cruelty, it's lack of emotional literacy. 4. Relationship struggles. Friendships feel like emotional roller coasters. Misunderstandings, silent treatments, or defensiveness are common. Conflict feels threatening, not constructive. Core experience of low EI. You often feel misunderstood, reactive, and disconnected. Life feels like it's happening to you, not with you. But there's good news. Emotional intelligence isn't fixed. You can grow it. And the next level is where awareness begins. If you have moderate emotional intelligence, you've already begun the inner work. You understand emotions better than most, but you're still learning to live by that awareness. 1. Self-awareness emerging. You can name what you feel. I'm anxious, I'm jealous, I'm sad. But sometimes only after the moment has passed. You've started journaling, reflecting, or even questioning your triggers. However, you might still get overwhelmed when several emotions collide. Example: a friend cancels plans last minute. You feel angry and disappointed. Instead of lashing out, you pause and think, why does this bother me so much? Maybe it's not the cancellation, it's feeling unimportant. That reflection shows growing awareness. 2. Emotional regulation in progress. You can calm yourself down, but not always quickly. You might vent, overthink, or take a walk before responding. You recognize unhealthy coping, like avoidance or people-pleasing, but sometimes slip back into it. This stage is about catching yourself mid-pattern instead of being controlled by it. 3. Developing empathy. You've started noticing emotional cues, tone, body language, energy shifts. You can tell when someone's off, even if they don't say it. But deep empathy still drains you. You might absorb others' emotions as your own. Example, a coworker snaps at you. Instead of taking it personally, you think they must be stressed. That's empathy. But when you go home, you replay in your head for hours, carrying their stress too. This shows empathy without boundaries, a common mid-level trait. 4. Relationship awareness. You're learning to communicate openly, expressing feelings instead of suppressing them. Apologies come easier now. You begin to notice your patterns, maybe your tendency to over-explain or to avoid conflict. You seek feedback and want to grow. Core experience of mid-level EI. You feel self-aware but inconsistent. You understand emotions but can't always regulate them in real time. You're evolving but it still takes effort. This level is powerful because awareness creates choice. And with consistent practice, you begin to embody the next level, high emotional intelligence. People with high emotional intelligence aren't emotionless monks. They still feel sadness, anger, fear, but they know how to partner with their emotions rather than fight them. 1. Deep self-awareness. You can name what you feel in real time and understand where it comes from. You recognize that emotions are data, not directives. They tell you something important, but they don't control what you do next. Example, you feel jealous when your friend gets promoted. Instead of denying it, you admit it. I'm happy for them, but part of me feels left behind. That honesty keeps resentment from growing. 2. Emotional regulation mastery. You've built emotional tools, pausing before reacting, breathing, self-soothing, or taking space. You don't suppress emotions. You respond intentionally. Even under pressure, you can ground yourself and see situations clearly. Example, someone criticizes your work harshly. Your first instinct is defensiveness, but you pause, breathe, and ask, can you help me understand what didn't work? That's not weakness. It's self-regulation and curiosity. 3. Mature empathy. You deeply understand others without losing yourself in their emotions. You can hold space for pain, discomfort, or difference without judgment. You listen more than you speak, and your presence makes others feel seen. 4. Relationship intelligence. You handle conflict with calm honesty. You can express needs clearly without blame. You set boundaries without guilt and allow others the freedom to be themselves. Your relationships become emotionally safe spaces, built on trust, not tension. Core experience of high EI. You feel balanced, aware, and connected. You don't avoid emotions, you understand them. You don't fear conflict, you navigate it. You don't lose yourself in relationships, you bring your whole self to them. Studies show emotional intelligence predicts success better than IQ. It shapes how you lead, love, parent, and heal. High EI people often experience lower stress, better relationships, and greater resilience. But remember, you weren't born knowing how to do this. It's learned through reflection, feedback, and self-compassion. If you recognize yourself in the lower or middle levels, it's not a flaw. It's an invitation, a sign that you're ready to grow into a calmer, more self-aware version of yourself. Your emotional intelligence isn't fixed, it's a muscle. The more you understand it, the stronger it becomes. In my next video, I'll show you how to develop higher emotional intelligence step by step. How to move from reaction to regulation, from confusion to clarity, from disconnection to understanding. So if you're ready to grow beyond the patterns that hold you back, subscribe, because your journey to higher emotional intelligence starts right here.